Hey everyone, welcome back to Code of the Row. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this white material change effect. So for example, when I go ahead and hit this guy, he flashes white for a brief second, like that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So this is going to be a simple actor component that's just going to wait for the enemy's health to change. Let's get into it. And this is a Patreon request, so if you want to support the channel, feel free to check me out on Patreon in the description below. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just over in my content browser, sorry, there's so many folders. I'm just gonna go ahead and create a material. I'm gonna call this M underscore damage flash. And I'll just go ahead and double click to open this up. And for me, all I'm gonna do is just simply just change the base color by double clicking this square over here, just setting it all the way up to white. You can make it flashier if you wanna make it the emissive color instead. So for example, I can just go ahead and do that. Now it's gonna be this kind of glowing white. I'll change the alpha to 1. And now we have this little glowing white color. So let's go ahead and just stick with that for now. And that's pretty much all we need for our material. So now I'm just going to head back over to the content browser, right click, and create a blueprint class called an actor component. And I want to call this something like BP underscore, let me scroll down so you can see it, BP underscore damage flash. And I'll double click to open this up. Now, pretty simple. There isn't too much we need to do here just because Ninja already has an exposed blueprint to get our character or combat mesh. So on begin play, all I'm gonna do is just let's do a get owner, and this will be the owner of the actor component. So meaning whoever we apply this actor component to. So I'm just gonna actually promote this by right clicking it, promote it to a new variable, and I'll call this owner, like so. And on begin play, we're gonna define the owner right here. And next from here, I wanna also get the combat mesh from the owner. So I'm gonna drag out one more time, look for get combat mesh, and you'll see under Ninja Combat, there is a get combat mesh, which is just our skeletal mesh. And from our skeletal mesh, I'm also going to promote this to a variable just to make it look pretty instead of having some spaghetti looking code. And then I'll go ahead and connect these pins like so. And now from our combat mesh, we can easily just get the material. And what I want to do with this material is actually just promote this to a variable again, because from the element index 0, that's just going to tell us that this is going to be our OG material or our original material. So I'm going to call this variable OG material and set the pin like that once more. And now what we can do is actually just right click and look for something called a wait for attribute changed. Pretty simple, but all we're going to do is just look for something like the health. So I'm going to look for the attribute set dot health to change. And again, for the target actor, I'm going to connect it to this owner pin. So I'll go ahead and connect this, double click just to make it look a little pretty. Scooch this down here and also here, just so it's aligned. I'm going to highlight over both of them and hit Q. And I'll hit the down arrow after these three and hit Q again, and then all 4 of these, then hit Q just to align them. Q aligns your blueprints in a straight line horizontally. And now I'm just going to look for this changed pin right here, this change execution. And so basically whenever the health changes, we're going to look for a set material from our combat mesh. So you can either drag it out from this get combat mesh and look for set material like so, or I can just drag out the variable that I made called combat mesh. So I'll get combat mesh and then set material. So this is kind of the part where we're going to make it look a little pretty so that it doesn't look like spaghetti code and kind of just going around everywhere. And the material we're going to set it to, so for me, I'm always just going to set it to that damage flash material. So go ahead and look for the damage flash like so. And then I'm going to flash it for just a 0.2 seconds. And you can go ahead and promote this to a variable if you want to make it editable on your actor component. And after this delay is completed, I'm just going to copy paste this set material and combat mesh like so. And we'll just have it go back. And then that OG material we created earlier will be our material. And the reason why we have it like this is because when we apply this actor component to multiple different characters, it's simply just going to get the OG material for that specific character. So now I'm just going to open up my enemy So the enemy is going to be my cute little plant character with these evil red eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. So after opening up this blueprint, I'm just going to go ahead and add that BP damage flash like so and hit compile. And now when we go in game and actually test this out, so now when I go over to this guy and hit him, he flashes white for a brief second. That's a pretty simple Patreon request. Thanks for watching Code of the Row. Like, subscribe, comment below what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.